Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? I bid you all happy and prosperous New Year's. Lord knows we can do with it. Recently, I heard so much about suburban and rural school boards and libraries being faced with demands that they censor their books, censor the books in their libraries. Allegedly by some outraged parents. Actually, they're organized by right-wing financial interests. The Koch family comes to mind. And they're paid, and they're organized to be outraged at school board meetings and letters to the editor and library boards, etc. About the earlier, of course, about the vaccine mandates and mask mandates in schools, which we need. But this time about the kind of books that are available to school kids. Available to school kids so they can read them and expand their minds beyond the realms of their whatever communities they're at. Books dealing with race under the guise of fighting the evil, terrible, no good thing called critical race theory. Yes, books dealing with intelligent discussions about race. Why can't we have that? Why are they banning books discussing race? Supposedly because they're afraid that white kids will grow up hating themselves for being white. That's the allegation, but perhaps parents don't want their kids to know that they were wrong, or their parents were wrong all along, that they don't want to be proven that the racism their parents have is wrong. And also books dealing with LGBTQ issues, like dealing with transgenderism and a same-sex couple having children. That is not acceptable to them. And the rubric is, we have to be in control of what our kids read. We decide what our kids read. Like, the kids themselves have no input in this. They're trying to control the kids' thinking. Like, the kids aren't there to be raised to be responsible adults with critical thinking skills. Can't have that, can we? Do they want just control over their kids just for the sake of controlling their kids? I don't know the psychology, but the kids don't benefit from it. We'd like to think our parents cared what's best for their kids, and for the most part they do, but there are times when they don't. Kids have to grow up to be the kind of people they are. If they're going to grow up to be gay, no amount of gay bashing or insulting the fags and queers and homos, no amount of gay to straight conversion therapy, which is really torture, is going to help. There's nothing wrong with being gay if that's what you are. Or being gay or lesbian or trans or bisexual or what have you. People will be who they are, no matter what their parents think. And race? Race is an issue we simply have to accept as reality, as a problem, as an issue we have to face. And perhaps so many parents brought up in rather traditional fundamentalist upbringings. I'm just throwing a maybe out here. They don't want their worldview challenged. It's scary out there in in the world. They just want to live in their own mental bubble. Not so much a bubble as a bunker. The bubble analogy isn't always appropriate. I think more like a bunker they can hide in and keep their kids there. And so, like I said, so many people treat their kids as their property to do with as they wish. A lot of reports about this censorship in school libraries and public libraries, as reported by the American Library Association and PEN America. Please check the websites of those organizations and look into it yourself. Yes, it's part of the march I keep hearing in this country towards fascism. Yes, fascism, that's real. The threat is real. With all the accoutrement, like a weakened Congress and an authoritarian dictatorial executive and the cult of the glorious leader and the glorious leader's own gang of thugs. It can happen here. It's happening right under our noses. But we won't let it. We'll make a stand against it. Which brings me to a favorite novel of mine, from my favorite novelist, Sinclair Lewis, the author of It Can't Happen Here. Yes, that's the book I'm talking about, but he also wrote Main Street, Babbitt, and Elbert Gantry, just great American classics. Like I said, he wrote a book It Can't Happen Here, this thing. It's a novel about this hack of a Senator, Buzz Windrop. I mean, with no real ideas, but he wants to be president. And he latches on to the fascist idea of the popular savior of the nation, offering all kind of remedies to cure the country's ills right off the bat, and with a lot of entertainment thrown in. And of course, he has his own army of thugs to do his bidding. There's also the story of Doremus Jessup, a small town editor doing his little bit, trying to fight off the fascist menace in America. And it's real. It's really happening as we speak. It can't happen here. It damn sure can happen here. But we won't let it, will we? As a matter of fact, this Thursday marks the anniversary of the Trumpist riot through the Capitol building in an attempt to overturn a free and fair democratic election. And the only complaint they have is that it wasn't free and fair in their favor. They want to install a dictatorship. Yep, a dictatorship. Their guy. And the evidence is accumulating that Trump kept getting texts from Kevin McCarthy, his own kids, the stars of Fox News saying, call him off. But he didn't. He just sat there and enjoyed the show. In point of fact, he's not loyal to his loyalists. He encouraged them to attack Mike Pence. He's accumulating a lot of money for a campaign, for a PAC. And he's just sucking in the money and not spending a dime for the legal defense of Roger Stone, John Eastman, or any of his henchmen, or Steve Bannon, or any of the guys or any of his troops in trouble for following his orders. I mean, it's good to see a lot of them get sentenced. But we're attacking the privates when we should be attacking the generals. Let's start going after the generals, the general staff, the masterminds. Starting from their commander-in-chief, the orange-looking guy with the funny hair. We can do it. Oh. And January 6th, this Thursday, there will be demonstrations and visuals as a day of remembrance for that terrible, tragic day, where we make damn sure we don't forget the real story behind of that day, which the Republicans are trying to tidy up. Like, well, just a tourist trap and all. Tell the real story that was happening in real time, on tape. And not only that, but to rededicate ourselves to preserving our democracy. And we will preserve our democracy. And we will let no one, no gang of thugs, no bullies, no voter integrity laws, quote unquote, we won't let them get in our way. Damn sure. Okay, that's our work cut out for us. And I'm advertising my book, Soldier of the Cross, a novel, is available. I'm very proud of it. Please look it up. Soldier of the Cross. And I wish to talk up one of my favorite small businesses, Hemperific LLC. It's a lovely little CBD store on 15th and Snyder. And they sell some of the finest CBD related products. Flour, oils, teas, gummies, dog treats, and lip balm, and hand sanitizer. Look it up, please. HemperificLLC.com. And also my beloved career coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is just fabulous at guiding your small business and professional career. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and helping you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs. Please look her up. growwithsnow.com. As the small entrepreneurs, may I point out, that really run the economy, that are rooted in the community, that spend their money in the community, not some trillion-dollar conglomerate. Please support your small businesses. Okay, that's it for me. But don't worry, there's more to come, cats and kittens. Take care. Keep on slugging. Bye.